I'm Kat Miller. Welcome to Passionate Living. Today, we have such a fun adventure for you as we meet a man who is passionate about none other than the Three Stooges. Yep, you heard me right. That early morning television show that caused me so much angst as a child, where my brother thought that we should practice in real life all of the antics of the Three Stooges. But this man's passion for the Three Stooges ended up bursting into a yearly gathering called StoogeFest. And this story is going to bring such smiles and such warmth to your heart. As well, we're going to walk through some of the beautiful gardens of Garden Walk in Western New York once a year, and I am sitting in one of those magical places where someone's passion for art and nature have culminated into the most beautiful meditation walk garden right here in the middle of the city. People can come and spend time here, take an exhale and relax, and it is just one of the most beautiful places, one of my favorite places in town. So once again, we get to see how people's passion for whatever it is, even gardening, nature, art, can make a difference in the world around them. So get ready for an amazing show today as we launch into Passionate Living. Lenny, oh my gosh. I'm so happy my friend Kathy put us in touch. She mentioned you did this StoogeFest thing with our buddies here on each side, and I'm like, StoogeFest, what is that? And oh my God, what an experience. Look what you've created from your passion for the Three Stooges.
Who would have thought,
Right?
with the humble beginnings we had, that we would be here 35 years later talking about this?
Wow. Tell me a little bit about how did this start? Clearly you have a passion for the Three Stooges. I have my Curly shirt on today. You can see Curly Fries with his hand on a toaster being electrocuted. Yeah.
In the 1980s, my church softball team, after a game, was invited over to my house to get some pizza. So we'd order some pizza, and we were sitting there eating, and we had the crazy idea. I took, in those days, a VHS tape of the Three Stooges and popped it in the VCR, and all the guys were fans, and they enjoyed it so much that the next week when they came over, they invited some friends, and then those people invited some friends, and now my whole house is full of people. And it became an event that they looked forward to it. And now we started doing it even outside of the softball games. It didn't matter if we had a game or not, we'd set a date, but it was hard with the TV we had then. It wasn't a flat screen TV, so from the side, the people really couldn't even see it that well with this big crowd of people that were showing up.
And then you had the idea to take it into a bigger venue.
Right, a good friend of mine, Joe Mankowski, who he used to be the Sabres organist back then in the 1980s. So Joe and I had talked, and we had this crazy idea about doing it publicly, and the ideal place would be a classic place to show classic films. And the Riviera Theatre came to mind immediately.
This place is amazing.
We came and we had a meeting with the director then, and he said, by all means, we could certainly do a StoogeFest here at the Riviera Theatre. And we talked about the details of it, and we picked a date. We didn't know how to go about it as far as an advertising thing. We didn't know what would happen. So we made these little slingers, and we went to local places, and we were pinning them on their cork boards.
Which any of us who've done events all know the drill. You go to all the places, pin it up on the window.
Exactly. And we didn't know what would happen. And Joe said to me, what if no one comes? And I said, well, then we'll get the biggest popcorn we can and sit right in the front row and enjoy a couple hours of the Three Stooges.
You remind me of the Three Stooges.
Hey, this is gonna end someplace.
To our surprise, about 300 people showed up the first time. There was a line outside the box office buying tickets, but it was mostly men, and they were about our age, my age at the time, and they had a blast, and we were blown away. But now, the people that come, there's children that didn't grow up with it like I did in my generation, there's families, there's grandparents, there's a lot of women that come and they have shirts like yours on. And it's evolved into such a wonderful event.
What an amazing thing. Like, you talk about taking your passion and using it to make a difference in the community. That's exactly what you did. You found this passion for the Three Stooges and it exploded.
Of the people that come to the StoogeFest, some of them are real experts. They know every line from every episode, yet it's still funny. It's hilarious, even though you've seen it so many times.
We would wait for the Three Stooges to come on in the morning, you know, and it was like, you'd hear the theme song, you know, and we were right there in front of the television.
Oh, a buffoon.
And if only you could mind.
A bad beginning is a good end.
I got a good mind to bust this iron over your head.
I mean, it's very slapstick and some might say a little sadistic or violent. I wish my brother knew, don't do this at home when we were growing up. But, you know, I knew when he went like this to go like this, that was the block.
The defense, you knew.
Why? You.
You're right. Business. Why?
If you couldn't understand a word they said and you didn't speak English, you would still laugh because the comedy was so physical and it was so apparent.
You just brought to mind something that there are a couple of our fans that come that are deaf.
Oh, interesting.
And they laugh as hard as anyone else because
Yeah.
the physicality of what you're seeing on the screen.
Right.
You don't need to hear the words to know what they're getting
Exactly.
into, the trouble, and they laugh so heartily, and they thank me afterwards.
Right.
And it's just so rewarding.
You were telling me there were 4 generations here at one point, right?
There's one family that I've become friends
Yeah.
with who, there was a young boy with his dad, his grandfather, and his great-grandfather coming
Wow.
to, now sometimes if you
Wow.
take a young child to a
Yeah.
child's movie, you don't necessarily enjoy the movie, you're there for
Right.
his sake, but the 4 of them were together laughing at the same thing. That's unique, that's really rare to
That's
see something like that.
wonderful.
We had a 97-year-old World War II vet here.
Right.
I asked him to do me the honor of introducing the World War II episode.
Mm-hmm.
And when he stood up and I introduced who he was, that he was a World War II vet, and people were saluting him and shaking his hand, he got a standing ovation. It was incredible, the chemistry. And just watching the people milling around over in that area, buying the t-shirts afterwards and sharing their
Yeah.
favorite stories, their favorite episode, and asking me, would you show this one next time? It's my favorite one. There's so much chemistry that happens at these things that it's hard to describe.
This theater is just such a perfect backdrop for the Three Stooges. You know, I
Sure
mean, it's
is.
just when, you know, I've been here a few times now, and when you're backstage, when you're up on the balcony, like you had talked about, you know, the audience and the stage is so perfectly placed, and the organist that goes up and down on the left side before the concerts and
Yeah.
the shows. It's just like, this is everything that it was to go to the theater when we were young, or our grandparents even went to the theater.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, this next year, this theater will be 100 years old. It was built in
Wow.
1926. That theater, Wurlitzer, Oregon, was used for silent movies in the
Wow.
beginning. It's still functional. It's probably one of the only ones in the country that's
Yeah,
still working this
yeah.
that'll. Up in the balcony, maybe I'll show you this after, they have an actual old carbon arc projection system, which I think is the only one in the country that still works.
Yeah, we'll have to take a little tour. Maybe you could show me around.
It's so much history in this place.
Oh, I love that. I love this theater so much.
It's so beautiful. Class,
Yeah, class.
elegant, history.
Red velvet curtains. Oh man, just this is what theaters were like.
The place
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah, the place
And it
to
still
be.
is.
Yeah.
After almost 100 years. The total seating is about 1,100, I think, including the balcony.
Wow. And you guys are you sold out with StoogeFest?
Not quite sold out, but we're full.
Wow, Lenny, this is an amazing stage.
This is where it all happens. Now, can you imagine what it's like walking on this stage, looking out and seeing all those Stooge fans who are just waiting on the edge of their seats for the films to begin?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. It must be amazing. I'm gonna close my eyes and imagine it.
From WBBZ TV, this is Kat Miller. Hi, Kat. If you would introduce the first episode for us from 1940.
A plumbing we will go.
Still,
That's that you attended recently, your first time out. We were backstage, and the organist was playing the intro song as his last song of the organ concert on the Wurlitzer organ here. And as he hit the pedal and started to descend into the orchestra pit, and the lights in the theater came down with his descent, the curtains opened and that light hit the screen. What was that moment like?
Oh my gosh, it was pure electric. I had no idea what to expect when I walked into this place to help, you know, open StoogeFest. And standing backstage, I was blown away. Just the energy of the people in that moment, everybody just exploded. It was wild.
It was incredible. There are a lot of moments like that during the StoogeFest. When I know what's coming in an episode, I know that this monumental epitome of the episode, the climax is about to happen. And I'll go in the back of the theater or in the balcony and time it where I'm right in the right place where I can see the panorama of the whole place. And that explosive moment happens and I hear that uproar of laughter. That does something for me.
This is where the bands load in back here, right?
Yes.
With all their equipment. Now you have a music background. Drummer.
Since I've been 11 years old,
Wow.
I'm playing.
Wow.
And I thoroughly enjoy it. All styles of music. And I've enjoyed playing all these years. It's been so rewarding. And I met so many great musicians and people. And I actually got to play right on this stage before the StoogeFest, 3 different years.
Wow.
We put a band together and we played some old classic rock, and it was a great intro to the show.
What band?
Well, the band was called Studio 54, and their drummer was gracious enough to stand aside and let me borrow his musicians for the night. The name of the band was appropriately the Knuckleheads.
Yeah, that's right.
This is one of the vantage points where I come when that big laugh is coming. I get right in that corner, and you just hear that eruption of laughter over the whole place.
Wow.
And it's just so exciting.
That's awesome.
Let's take a look at the projection booth.
Okay.
I hope it's online. It is.
It's a lot.
Look at these projectors.
That's incredible.
These are the exhaust fan. The actual canisters would fit in these giant take-up reels here. What do you think? Should we show this one?
I like that one.
Look at Curly in this picture. Look at that. That's what we used to use, those films.
Wow.
One time they sent us the wrong film and it was mislabeled, and I introduced it from the stage, and when I saw the wrong film come, it was the Three Stooges, but much later one, and they're not as funny then in the 1950s. And I had a little sense of panic, like, uh-oh, but the crowd was so gracious and they enjoyed it.
That's wonderful. When do you think the Three Stooges were the funniest?
Earlier the better. Now, 1934 was their first year where they did the short films.
Yeah.
Those were the absolute best ones.
Right.
And I don't show the same ones every year. We mix them up all the time. But the shorts, I never grow tired of the short films.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
I
by
do
far.
too. I love them.
Let it go.
This is all a punishment for associating with the boys Gentlemen. Did you call? You see that?
And there it is. Now imagine that on Western New York's largest screen.
I love it.
Now, wouldn't it be great if there was a TV station in Buffalo that would show these on Saturday?
I know, right? WBBZ shows the Three Stooges every Saturday.
I'm there.
actually have the courage to follow your passion. I know you have a lot of passions. You have a passion for music that we have talked about before this, that you're an amazing, accomplished drummer. You do video as well and production, and you have all these talents. And to have discovered this passion now, and for 35 years to be bringing such joy to the community, I mean, what would you tell somebody that had an idea like yours and was wanting to do it and just a little hesitant to get out there because they were unsure of themselves? What would you tell them?
I'll answer that in two ways. The first one is I used to have a real strong fear of public speaking.
Right.
It was paralyzing, and I would avoid public speaking at all costs.
Right.
I stand on this stage now with a microphone with hundreds of people out there, and thank God I got over it, because I wouldn't be able to do this otherwise.
Well, you're good at it. Yeah.
But what I would tell someone who has an idea and is not sure if they're maybe hesitant, is it going to work, or do I have the ability to do this? I'm going to quote the greatest hockey player of all time, Wayne Gretzky: "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." If you have a shot, take it. You're going to at least learn something, and you might fully succeed. What if you fully succeed? Wouldn't that be great?
Beautiful. I don't think there's any better words of advice than that. And now, next StoogeFest is when?
The next one is, it's the last Sunday of April in 26. I believe it's the April 26th, I think is the date.
Right.
The last Sunday of April, and that'll be year number 36 here at the fest. And some years we did 2 fests in a year we used to do. But there's people from Canada, there's people from Pennsylvania and Rochester. Most of the people are local, from all around Western New York. But the cultural mix, we have a state Supreme Court judge that comes here. I had him introduce the courtroom episode. We have people that are truck drivers and family people and all kinds of walks of life they come, but they have this in common, and when they're here, they're all one. And it's wonderful to see that.
Wow. So you hear that wherever you are out there watching this show, you can come to Western New York on the last Sunday of April and partake with all of these people laughing their hearts out. It's just gorgeous.
It's so much fun. It's really different. And I think people are blown away, like you were, that were never here before. And you come in and you say, well, there's going to be some films and it'll be funny. But there's something about the atmosphere, there's something about the chemistry here that's very, very special. And we've tapped into that.
Yeah, you sure have. Lenny, great job. I can't wait for the next StoogeFest. And all I can say is...
Austin Tyler, Mayor of the City of North Tonawanda, on this day, August 27, 2022, hereby present this proclamation to Lenny Potwora in recognition of the 30th anniversary of the Three Stooges Film Festival, and do hereby proclaim August 27th, Three Stooges Day at the historic Riviera Theatre. So let's give it up.
Before we dive into our next amazing Passionate Living story, I just want to thank you for being here watching our show. Our passion is to inspire you and our audience to live your dreams and use it to make a difference in the world around you. And as we take this journey ourselves, we would love to invite you to help to support us by going onto our social media, subscribing, liking, commenting, and if you feel inspired, for the price of one designer coffee a month, become a member and help to support our efforts to keep bringing these amazing, passionate stories to you. Now let's go jump into our next Passionate Living adventure. Joseph, you do the coolest stuff for the community. Tell me what you're doing today.
Today we're doing a kids walk, part of the garden walk tour, and we're doing plantings. They take it home with them and watch it grow, and getting young people involved with garden walk.
Molly, can you tell me what's going on?
Hey there, I'm Molly. I'm here at In Buffalo off Elmwood, and we are doing Kids Day for the Garden Walk this year. So we've got a few activities for kids. We're doing Pot a Plant. Kids can decorate their little pot and take it home with them. We've got a bug hunt in the back and some story time as well.
Dalton, we're here once again.
Once again, we've been here before, I think.
We've been here before.
We have.
This is Dalton's last show before he takes a job at a TV station somewhere. We're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss it too. It's gonna be weird not coming in and playing with Linguini.
I know, right?
And laughing about stupid stuff with Rethought and just being in this environment. It's gonna be a bit of a weird change to adjust to.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you. What's your favorite thing you're gonna miss about being here?
I'm gonna get a little sappy here for a second, but I think it's gonna be Rethought. We're pretty close.
Yeah.
He's my buddy. He teaches me so much. He keeps morale up. I think that's really important, having someone to have fun with.
Yeah, because first you left, and then Rethought was forlorn that you weren't there. And then you came back, and Rethought wasn't there, and you were forlorn, and now Rethought's going to be forlorn again.
Now we're back to square one.
We're back to square one. So thank you for everything you've done, Dalton. You're amazing. You did the majority of season 6 on your own. You've been doing the majority of the Vets show on your own, and well, Linguini, Rethought, and myself. We're all going to miss you.
I'm gonna miss everything too.
Well, thank you for watching Passionate Living today on our somber goodbye for Dalton. We'll lift it up. We got Rethought yet. We got one remaining. One man standing. Last man standing. So remember to watch us on YouTube at Passionate Living TV.
And then you can follow us on our other social media accounts. Instagram is passionate.living, Facebook is Passionate Living, and TikTok is Cat's Passions.
And there we go. Until next time, we thank you for watching
Passionate Living.
Aww.